What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TEC here for our playoffs approaching the end of the season. It's week number 2, and we've got some high school Rocket League to get down to. And my name is Llama77. Joining the cast booth, it's the wonderful man with the mustache. It's Mr. Hot Sauce. Hot Sauce, how you doing today?
Oh, doing great. We definitely missed you around here, Llama. Glad to have you back. We've got some really exciting games today. We're going to start off with Division 2. However, we're going to have Jefferson Morgan taking on Penn Trafford. A couple exciting D1 games later, but I want to talk about this first game. Jefferson Morgan, one of these new schools on the scene, currently 3-2. Obviously, we know Penn Trafford. They've been kind of a staple of the Tech High School series for a while now. Their Division 2 team sitting at 4-1.
Got a really good record, and they got a good path to possibly continue on to the playoffs. I believe one or a couple of these games are for possibly a LAN championship spot on December, I believe 17th it is, that Saturday. So lots of stuff on the line here and lots of opportunity for these teams to improve. And like you said, for a team, Hot Sauce, that is just very new towards this TEC series, crazy to already see them here in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of new wonderful additions and a lot of them that are performing very well in just their first season, which just kind of makes it that much more exciting for what is to come. But yeah, they're going to have a tough battle against Penn Trafford here today. We've seen Penn Trafford dominate in both Division 1 and 2 scenes. So very excited. I haven't really got to see Penn Trafford's D2 team play that much. So excited to see how they perform in this postseason, as well as Jefferson Morgan. They think this is my first time really getting to watch this new school. So what a great opportunity for them to showcase their skills here in this playoff game.
I'm excited to see all the skills they can throw out. And you talked about Penn Trafford. It's not only that they have that really good D2 team, neither of us have really gotten to see them throughout the season, but they also have those kind of mentors in that D1 level. Some of the older kids, maybe the juniors and seniors that are going to graduate here relatively soon, they can help coach those younger players, kind of help them adapt towards some of those mistakes they make a lot easier. And those coaches, the Penn Trafford coaches and mentors, definitely behind the scenes cheering them on. But we've got a best of 5 here today for this Division 2 matchup, and we're starting it off here today.
Yeah, and I kind of expect to see a lot of back and forth here early, Llama. I know a lot of times, especially in these Game 1s, Division 2, you see a lot of that booming clears, a lot of that Pong action. So it'll be interesting to see if we get that right away or if we'll see some of these mechanical showcases as Xavier is going to knock one down with just 16 off the clock.
Love to see this. Goes up in the air, challenges the 50-50 there and puts it off into the goal. Penn Trafford, like we said, has some of those players that, again, have that skill, have that mechanics up in the sky, and it's so dangerous and so hard to actually play against Hot Sauce when they're just contesting every single pass you throw.
Oh, and there's Xavier already again. There's another goal in just not even 30 seconds off the clock. So Penn Trafford coming out swinging. Sometimes those playoff jitters can be a thing, Llama. So Jefferson Morgan needing to just take a deep breath, kind of reset, and look for those basic fundamentals.
Back towards those fundamentals, get going here, and also credit towards Log Out there. A really good pass that kind of set up Xavier for a really good play. You can definitely tell the communication from these players is there. You're seeing the passing as well as they get that back pass, and Xavier able to recover this ball at the midfield line, but Jefferson Morgan starting to get some of that offense and pushing it the other way.
Yeah, it looks like Xavier needs to find a save there. We'll get taken away. Lala with a nice shot here as well, but it's going to be just to the left as Xavier chips it up, looks to carry out. We'll grab the boost, going to back across midfield, a chip over the head, and LB somehow finds the save.
Beautiful save there as the defense able to make that stop, but now they're going the other way. The counterattack is here and almost scores that goal. Tech was right in front of the net trying to find that opportunity, and I love what the lag is doing as well on that midfield line, making sure that ball isn't getting cleared too super easily as well, but LB does put a really nice shot and clear on through. We'll continue this one and grab some boost on their way out.
There's Xavier once more on a clear in the way out of his own across midfield. Tech will go up to put a car to the ball. Unfortunately, a tactical whiff is Log Out. Buddy will sneak it on through. Now up 3-0.
I really love this play once again, just kind of swimming around with two players, waiting for their opportunity. And like you said, as soon as that mistouch does come through, they are able to really correct into it and get that goal. Penn Trafford now up 3-0. A couple of goals for Xavier, a goal now for Logout Buddy. And honestly, some really good shooting and passing attempts already, but still so much time left in this game that Jefferson Morgan can use to come back.
Yeah, we see LB going up into the air, showcasing a little bit of that mechanical ability as well. Meanwhile, Evo in the other direction has help. Logout can't find the second chance opportunity as Lalag will find the save here, but Xavier, once more, that third man, keeping this one alive. LB will drop it to the ground, can't quite settle. Xavier is all over this one, and so far, Penn Trafford has just been relentless on these attacks.
They've had a lot of that offensive control, shot after shot, getting those secondary opportunities, but for themselves, they do have to be a little bit careful. Like we said, Jefferson Morgan has some great saves and has some good counter attacks as well. LB has been leading the charge at trying to get this one into the offensive zone of their own, but Xavier's got that aerial control. Unfortunately, zero boost to work with. The double commit and the shot going wide right will be good for the JM defense.
JM defense trying to hold on a little bit longer, but Evo up into the air, doesn't care. This one will get a little to the left of the car and go to the wayside. The lag with a nice booming shot. This could find the back of the net. It hits the post and finds its way in. The lag will find the first one for Jefferson Morgan.
I love this step-up recognition here. The first goal acquired off of a little bit of an overextension from the Penn Trafford offense. Jefferson Morgan, it's what we were talking about. They've been doing this, it seems like, for the entirety of this first game. They said, okay, you can step forward. We're going to make these crazy saves, and then we're going to send it all the way down the court. Now they're back on offense right off the kickoff. Some really good attempts there, but LB is back on the defense. Xavier looking for the demo to help out their teammates. What a teamwork play, and Penn Trafford gets 4.
Yeah, I like this recognition from Evo, seeing the defense back there. Xavier says, I don't even need the ball. Let me just go up and take care of the defender, leaving the net wide open, allowing his teammate to grab another goal. Back up by 3, 1:59 on the clock. Plenty of time. They certainly have to quicken the pace here soon.
Would love to get a couple of goals here on the back half, even if it's not to win towards this game. Like we said, it is a best of 5, so getting any sort of confidence booster is there. And talk about a confidence booster, Xavier with the Hattie trick, and what a beautiful shot at that.
Yeah, I mean, this team is just working very, very well together. You can see the cohesiveness. Beautiful passing there as well. One defender to beat again, and Xavier just knocking it off to the side, noticing that defender is at the front post. It's going to be hard to jump to the right there. So good situational awareness here by Penn Trafford once more.
Great situational awareness and great touch there from Logout Buddy. Another goal here for them is just really great control in the air. Kind of finds their way to weave their way through the defenders. Makes a really great shot on net. Penn Trafford, a lot of goals building up for themselves, but at this point, like we said, Jefferson Morgan really starting to get that adaptation, starting to recognize what they can bring into that second and third game.
Yeah, absolutely. Those second and third games are going to be equally as important, so maybe start to build some of that confidence, that momentum, try to pad a couple goals in here if they can. Already putting the pressure down here on the Penn Trafford side. It's been alleviated quickly as Logout finds a nice shot. LB will find the save. Xavier back and forth, the shots to the saves, and now Long will find the counterattack, but Evo with the save once more.
LB has had some of those really, really good clears that almost with one defender back, finding that second goal there. But nonetheless, some great defense being played. Another good save, 4 of them here actually for the Jefferson Morgan defense. And another great clear going over the heads of Penn Trafford. Logout Buddy barely winning that 50. That one could have been put in the back of their own net. Really dangerous opportunity as Evo gets an aerial touch, putting it towards LB, who makes a fantastic save.
Yeah, that's going to be 2 insane saves there from LB in a row to keep his team alive on this drive, but still down by 5, 37 seconds. Really not enough time here, most likely to come back. But can they find a goal or two? Can they build that momentum heading into game number 2? Because, Lorma, we are now in a best of 5 that we've reached these playoffs.
The That's very, very true. There are more games for them to play. Penn Trafford need to stay strong here as well, and they're also showing a lot of goals spread across the team. It's not just one player that is finding every single one of them. They really are showing that they are a well-rounded, well-communicated team. With 5 seconds left to go here on this game, they should be able to finish it off. We'll see if maybe they can get one more goal, or if this one will bounce just down to the wayside. Penn Trafford will take this first game, but lots more of the series still to be played.
Yeah, I mean, Penn Trafford just playing very well together, and it just goes to show that almost every player on this team has that mechanical ability. We saw them all getting up into the air. We saw them all making conscious, smart passing decisions as well. So right now, just playing really well as a collective unit. Jefferson Morgan kind of struggled a little bit in that opening few minutes, but we really saw him step it up in the latter half of the game, both on offense and defense. So hopefully they can kind of carry that over into that next game, and I think game 2 is going to be much closer.
I think so as well, and I think honestly Penn Trafford do have to be very careful. Just because you win a game doesn't mean you played perfectly. There are always things to improve on, so for them, got to be careful a little bit about that overextension. If you do it, like we saw, LB is going to be able to send those booming clears all the way down and make that defense pay. But of course, for Penn Trafford, I love how they started out in that previous game, Xavier going up to challenge for that 50-50 ball. If they can do that here again and find an early goal to give themselves the lead, that could be huge.
Yeah, I want to see that coming out from Jefferson because Penn Trafford has the ability to score and continuously score throughout the entire game. So Jefferson Morgan really needs to try to get up early and build that lead, build that momentum as we get game number 2 underway. LB up top will send it back across midfield. One defender to beat. That's Logout Buddy waiting patiently. Who will touch it to the wayside? Has some help now coming in from Penn Trafford.
That help here. The defensive side turning into offense there. Xavier takes a nice little shot. LB able to make that save, and here it is once again. LB towards the other way, off the right post, and strikes first.
Yeah, we see a bit of that double commit from Penn Trafford. Logout trying to be that third man, but just cheating up a little bit too much. LB, the long booming clear that you had mentioned, able to find the back of the net as well. And now we've got what we want from Jefferson Morgan, that early lead. They need to continue this pace here, Llama.
Big early lead, but like you said, they need to keep tacking on some goals. We know that Penn Trafford offense has scoring threats all the way around. That shot go towards the wayside, a little bit towards the right on the accuracy, but some really good defense so far from JM. A minute gone here and still holding on towards that lead. That'll be those trying to create plays once more. 50 boost to the tank will go up towards the skies where they'll try to control this one back towards the net. The dropping shot is absolutely perfection.
Yeah, maybe LB was just napping a little bit during that first game because the beast has awoken. The aerial control, the ability right there. And from being down 6-1 in the first game, now up 2-0 again. Jefferson Morgan needs to control the pace of this game. They need to hang on to that momentum because they are certainly playing very well as Tech comes up with a dangerous save.
Huge save there. 3 of those saves here for the JM defense, really showcasing all of their talents. But like you said, 2-0, it's a good lead to have, but it's also one of those dangerous leads where maybe you can get a little bit overconfident. Right now, you need to keep adding some goals if you are Jefferson Morgan and keep on playing that stellar defense.
Oh my, and another booming clear. It nearly goes in just a little to the white. We saw Xavier going up for that as well, but unable to get there in time. The attack is still here for Jefferson Morgan, though, as they look to keep applying this pressure. Logout Buddy will find some room, has some help from Xavier, but again, they kind of double commit. They coagulate together on this side, and the ball is taken away. LB up top in front of the net has an opportunity, but the defense will find the stop once more.
Another great defensive stop from the Penn Trafford side. They're going to try and turn it the other way, and Penn Trafford has had some opportunities in this game. 4 shots actually recorded on the scoreboard, but it feels like Jefferson Morgan with some really good control of that midfield has kept it in this offensive zone for a long period of time, and we already talked about how LB has those 2 goals, possibly looking for that hat trick, which could be a really big confidence booster. Not only, like you said, Hot Sauce was the beast awoken, but if you could find that 3, that would be absolutely huge for the rest of the series.
Yeah, especially now that we are past that halfway point. We know there's plenty of time left here in Rocket League for two goals, but to be playing this well for the first half of the game really shows the adjustments they've made from game 1. However, we know you have to continue this pace. Consistency is key. We'll see if they can hang on in game number 2.
to keep hanging on, got to keep it going here. 2 minutes left, and Xavier's got an open net, but it goes off the post and bounces on in, inches away from being defended, but Penn Trafford chopped the lead in half.
Yeah, crazy shot there off the post. Nearly, nearly gets knocked back out, but fortunately for them, they find that one now just one away from the equalizer. 2 minutes on the clock here to go as Tech will find the kickoff slightly in their favor. Evo looking to settle this one down. Will get bumped away by a teammate as well, and now they're looking to keep it alive. Jefferson Morgan on the attack once more. They've done a great job of maintaining possession thus far in game 2.
Possession has been their game. It has been their name. They have kept so much of it here in this game, but the question is, can they keep it going? Tech is going to look for a great double touch there. Just unfortunately dips a little bit below the car and can't find it. That means Logout is able to take the other way. Maybe a double touch opportunity, but no. Minute and a half left on the clock here for both of these two teams, and only one goal separating them in this game.
1 goal separation, and then still so much time on the clock as well. It's so easy to find that equalizer. It just takes one play, one breakaway, and now Logout comes up with a big save here. However, though, Jefferson Morgan still knocking at the net. Logout looking for the run of their own, trying to break away. Again, a bit of a double commit on the defensive side of things. LB with a big demo, and Evo, oh my, a huge save there from Penn Trafford.
That was absolutely massive. Only defender back had to make that save, but what a play from LB to go in, to get the demo and to get the follow-up shot here. They've got to play some defense, though. 40 seconds left to go. They could find one more goal. They could put this game in the ground, and LB sneaks behind the defense, and they'll add the third for themselves and the team.
You know, LB looking like the MVP out there at the moment. Great positioning, has the boost. Again, we see Penn Trafford on that third man just cheating a little bit too far forward, knowing that they need that goal because there's not much time. And, well, LB able to capitalize. 30 seconds on the clock. Not impossible, but certainly a tough task ahead of them.
A tough task, but this offense they're showing is definitely good. That clear is going to cut some much needed time off of the clock here for JM. All you got to do is hold on to win this game. LB, really good control, pops it towards the corner, an extra touch to maybe delay time even more, sending it down to single digits. The demo will come through, but I think the time is too far gone for Penn Trafford in this game. Jefferson Morgan off the back of LB's hat trick in this game will tie up the series.
You know, and that speaks volumes for Jefferson Morgan here. They lose that first game 6-1 in a pretty dominating performance from Penn Trafford. We saw Xavier and Evo really just allowed to go up into the air as they pleased. And now to turn things around like that in game 2, to come out now 3-1 in the reverse. And I mean, we saw LB just dominating out there, right? 800 score, 3 goals on 5 shots, and 3 insane saves as well to take game number 2.
And you talk about that score. We always say it's crazy if you can get above 500, but above 800, come on, that is absolutely nuts and well deserved of all of those points. And it's kind of interesting now because we have a tied up series, we have a 1-1, but I feel like this game was a little bit closer, but was a lot more Jefferson Morgan favored. So going into this next game, it will be very exciting because one of these two teams will secure that series point.
Yeah, I feel like in game 1, right, we saw Penn Trafford had the ability to just kind of fly around and do as they please. They had a ton of really good aerial goals, but they just didn't have that in game 2. It seems like they had trouble maintaining possession. Jefferson Morgan did a great job of kind of swarming that ball, spreading the field as well, and not over-committing or double-committing. So we'll see if they can continuously do that here. Jefferson Morgan was able to make some great adjustments from game 1 to 2. We'll see if Penn Trafford can do that here from game 2 to 3.
Is the question. Those adjustments and those in-game changes is all what it is about here, but we'll be excited to see who can get this first goal because it feels like whoever can score that first goal really does control the flow of the game. We saw in that first game Xavier able to find it, and that last one we know LB was able to do it. And how about Tech with a beautiful steal of the pass? We'll put this one in on the left side.
Yeah, just great positioning and such a tough angle too. Has to hit it off the back end of the car to sneak it into that left post. And here we see Jefferson Morgan, the lower seed, again 3-2 on that regular season, now up 1-0, leading here in game number 3.
leading once again. We just talked about how important that lead is, but the question is, can they hold it? Because Penn Trafford is going to look for that response goal. They're going to look for those passing plays they found in that game number 1, but right now stuck on the defense. Tech, another great contest, and really getting these rotations perfectly done. You see the demo, just the step up is there, and they're playing perfectly around each other member. Lockout will make a good save, and that means this one is going the other way.
Yeah, it will be Chip, though, floating around midfield here. LB looking to win that 50. Kind of floats down in front of the Penn Trafford net. Logout has to be careful as he was heading toward the net when the ball bounces in front of him. Lalag will put it across midfield. No help from LB just yet, but finds that play after the play. A big demo as the ball waterfalls in front of the net. They knock the goalie around, but not before they get that crazy, crazy save there.
Massive save there, could have been huge for Jefferson Morgan to double up on the scoreboard, but Evo is able to get the clear, and Evo's the one to put a beautiful top left corner shot on in to tie up this game.
Yeah, we saw a bit of a double commit there from Penn Trafford as well, up into the air, but it doesn't hurt them this time as they're able to steal that away, find the equalizer with 3:26 on the clock. How does Jefferson Morgan come back out and answer this, or is Xavier going to carry this momentum as he nearly steals another goal? No defenders back for Penn Trafford, though. LB has an opportunity, but the boost just isn't quite there, and they'll be able to find the stop.
Tech a good try there on the backside, but just could not find the angle, and really could be huge for, I feel like, Xavier and co to get another for Penn Trafford to add onto this lead and re-get this lead to give them some control. A double touch just wasn't there. The angle was a little bit too high in the top right corner. Logout won't be able to finish off the play, but Xavier has stolen the boost, has got 100. The pass down to Evo is there. Backboard, secondary touch, denied by LB.
Oh, LB is going to go down and find the demo on Logout. Xavier will return the favor, though, as he says, not without me, baby. And now a big booming clear the other direction as well, though. LB on that respawn. Luckily, we'll be back in time, but this one's going to go to the wayside here. An opportunity for Penn Trafforders. There is nobody back in the net, and LB slams it off the backboard. What a save.
Need the timing on that one too. A second later, and that one's in. Talk about in the logout, buddy. He's got a mid-air touch that puts Penn Trafford back on top.
Yeah, you know, they're just being relentless here, and it's only a matter of time when you allow them to shoot shot after shot. You have to find a way to clear the ball. You have to find a way to alleviate some of that pressure that Penn Trafford has been relentless at giving, but LB comes out swinging. He's hungry. A nice shot. Logout will find the save. A bit of back and forth here now as Xavier looks to take this one away as they are fighting tooth and nail for this ball.
But he's fighting back and forth, but Xavier is the one styling on them. Mid-air plays. I gotta see this one again on the replay. 1v3. Xavier doesn't care. The X factor and putting Penn Trafford up by 2.
Penn Trafford now up by 2. We've seen a bit of back and forth, not just in the game, but in this series thus far. And, well, we'll see if they can hang on to this one. Still plenty of time for Jefferson to make a little bit of a comeback, but Penn Trafford has all the momentum right now. They are coming with a fierceness.
They're trying to come back into this game. They are trying to get those shots that they showed us in the last one, but see if they can. They still got lots of time here. That's the most important thing, and they're tied up on that shot counter. See if they can get some more good ones, and I'm looking at LB specifically. A little bit quiet in this game other than the 1 assist.
Yeah, just 1 assist this time. Kind of has been held silently here. We'll see if maybe they can get him going, get him pumped up here. But a nice pass play. We talked about these passes from Penn Trafford as we see Evo over the top to Xavier. Tech with a big shift. Nobody back though. Tech will find the goal, and now just 1 away from tying it up, and 1:11 on the clock. Llama, so much time left.
So much time left on the clock here. You'll love to see the clear down once again. It's a double for Tech in this game, and for Jefferson Morgan, 1 goal away from tying this up. The series is tied up as well, and the game will be to LB off the kickoff.
You know, I blinked for a second and I missed it. I just peeked over at my other monitor, Llama. I blinked for a second and LB has tied up the game. We talked about how they were kind of being a little bit silent here in game number 3, but again, they have awoken. They find the equalizer. 1:05 on the clock. It is anybody's game.
nice game here in game number 3. Exciting stuff as we head to the final minute. Another great touch in by Xavier. That floater does go blocked by the Jefferson Morgan defense. Xavier just goes for the dropping pass, and somehow that ball was 90% in. Doesn't cross the line. The JM defense holding their patience, holding their nerve here. And as we're heading into the final 30, this could be an amazing overtime if the scoreline stands.
Yeah, these two teams certainly not disappointing, putting on an absolute showcase for those of you watching at home. And now, again, all tied up, 20 seconds on the clock. Xavier trying to make something happen. All three defenders committed here in the net, though. They certainly have to be careful of that double and triple commit. Right now, Penn Trafford has all the pressure. There's no look to clear the ball. They've got to find a way to get it out of their territory. 8 seconds on the clock, ticking away. Penn Trafford looking to end the game. Jefferson Morgan hoping to hold on for overtime. In front of the net, regulation is ended. The ball will fall, and Llama, I thought they were about to steal it.
Yeah, that fourth member, that post saves it away, but just inches away from ending off this game. But now it is that golden goal scenario. Overtime is what we love to see. We will play as long as we need to until that first goal does come through. Both teams have had some really good ones in this game. Jefferson Morgan more recently have had theirs. And Lockout Buddy, a dangerous save made, sent to the right side. Evo picking up the demo as well.
Yeah, both of these teams have really seemed to up the pace here in overtime. It is go, 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 and a good stop onto the defender. The help couldn't come from LB, though, to find the back of the net. Penn Trafford looking for the counterattack. Xavier will re-up on the boost off the sidewall. Looks to carry across midfield. Could fall in front of the net. An open opportunity. Buddy will find the shot. The lag will find the save, and Jefferson Morgan will hold on for a little while longer.
Defense of these players is there. Lockout Buddy's got the demo. Xavier's got the touch, but LB has got the save. This defense, 5 saves in this game. The Savior medal there for LB as well. Really, really stepping up in this game. Over a minute of extra time played, and both teams still hungry for that goal.
Well, they know we love our Rocket League, so certainly not disappointing with the extra games, the extra time, as Jefferson Morgan looks to carry down and try to find a way to finish this one. The lag will find the chip shot inwards. Logout Buddy, it does go by here. Xavier doesn't get the shot they need as well. LB with a shot, but it's wide into the left. A perfect opportunity that just slips through the cracks.
So close. Both of these teams with some amazing opportunities, but once again, that post is the one that defends it. Lockout Buddy, a dangerous 50-50 on their back end that they win. Xavier floating up towards the backboard. LB has to recover and cannot. Lockout Buddy is the one to do it and puts it on net.
I'm not going to lie, this save from the log right here is absolutely insane. You almost never want to be caught going backwards. To find that first stop is just nutty. But that pressure, relentless from Penn Trafford as they take game number 3. They'll be up 2-1 in the series, this best of 5. Llama so close to closing it out.
So close they can taste it, but such another close game between these two teams that I feel like Jefferson Morgan, again, they were able to respond to game number 2. They showed some amazing response in this game, specifically starting the game down 3-1, coming back to make it 3-3, and then having some of those really close opportunities in overtime. I feel like we're going to a game 5, and I really want it.
Yeah, I mean, we saw LB with a ton of great shots, 3 saves as well. Unfortunately, only 1 goal this time. Log had 3 insane saves as well. Xavier, Logout, both 6 and 5 shots. So, I mean, both of these teams are putting up the numbers. It is certainly anybody's game. If I had to take a guess as to who was going to win, I would still be baffled.
Yeah, I would too. I don't have to toss up a coin and try to guess because these two teams really do seem so evenly matched, and that's what the playoffs is all about, getting this great competition. And especially for Jefferson Morgan, we have to give them so much props. Again, one of their first seasons here at the DEC series, so exciting stuff. But of course, the series not over. Game number 4 about to be underway. Penn Trafford could close it out right here.
Yeah, Lalag finds a nice shot off the kickoff here as well. And looking for a little bit of help. Tech will continue to carry on, rotating in the circle. Nobody pressures the ball, though, and we'll give the free defensive stop. Xavier over the top, looking to circle back here. LB looking for the flick over the head. Has a defender to beat. Gets by him in a near own goal as they are barely able to knock this one away.
forcing some really tough decisions. I love what JM is doing on the offensive side, but you have to be so careful, Penn Trafford, on that defense. Make sure you are getting that clear the way you want it to go. Xavier getting it the way they want and will just power their way through. They don't even care. There's a defender there.
I think the ball knocked the car into the net as well. We see Lalag there trying to find the stop, but so much power coming from Xavier on that shot. Able to find goal number one, give themselves that early lead here as they look to close up series point.
Close it up right here, right now with that early lead with another great kind of post-to-post shot there. Log out. Another great one. Won't be able to find it, but just putting on that pressure is good. Oh, that one looked like it was curving. Log out had to get back for that save. So nice little save. Good reconnect here, but it is going to be a shot put on in towards the backboard. Reset from Jefferson Morgan. You're going to have to back up.
Yeah, we see LB trying to keep this one alive. A nice shot will be far into the left here, but gives Tech enough time to come back and slam it into the wall again. Right now, Penn Trafford playing very, very well on these clears. LB looks to carry it around, grabs the boost as well. So coming in for that aerial attack. The flip reset, is it there? Evo will come up and find the stop. LB looking to take the game in his hands here.
Take the game right in towards their own possession. A lot of possession time right now for this Jefferson squad, but have to back up for just a little bit. A couple of shots on the board for them. We'll have to see what they could do on this offensive drive. Off into the corner is where it starts for Tech. Tries to get their hand on it, but log out. Really good kind of control of this one. Pops it up past the defense. The lag trying to play this one 1v3. Gets a good save, and LB is there to put this one high.
Yeah, great job by Lalag there to just buy time and kind of keep that ball away from the net there as we saw the whole crew from Penn Trafford coming on the attack. Log out up into the air. This one will get a little to the wayside as LB looks to power on down. A bit of a triple commit from Penn Trafford into the corner, but luckily there's enough time as the ball is floating high and dry.
It's a little bit away. Both these teams using that stall of time, but Evo has got every bit of time in the air to make a perfect bouncing shot here, putting Penn Trafford up by 2.
Yeah, and just right the know-all to rotate that car 180 so that the ball actually hits the top of the car. If it hits the wheels there, it's going to slow down a lot. They're most likely going to find that save or that stop. So great job by Evo flipping that car over, making sure you get that extra power and send the ball into the back of the net.
Power was there, the play was there, and you also saw that the defense from Jefferson Morgan was there, but how about the offense? LB on the other side, Lalag with a perfect kind of intercept play off the side wall, and they are right back in this game.
Yeah, LB's ability to shoot and find these angles from almost anywhere on the field is pretty impressive, especially down here in D2. So love what we're seeing from both of these teams today. A lot of skill out on the field. Now only down by 1. You know, we've seen an overtime already. If Jefferson Morgan can bring this back, we could potentially find ourselves in a game 5.
Would be exciting stuff. We know we love our Rocket League up here on the desk, but with 2 minutes left to go here, that is on Jefferson Morgan on whether or not they can find some more goals. They need to find this first one to tie it, and then maybe one more. LB is going to try and start off this play. Unfortunately, 0 boost to work with. Evo just kind of takes them out, as well with the demo. Xavier able to take them down. Back to the mechanic shot for them. Xavier going to try and reset on the other way. LB stealing some boost away from the midfield, but right now it looks like just Evo able to get a pretty good booming clear.
Yeah, good booming clear back in that direction as Xavier finds a demo as well. They continue to carry on a beautiful pass play off the back wall, and Penn Trafford once again starting to fire on all cylinders.
Yeah, this is just a beautiful play. Like you said, Xavier with such a good touch, pulls so many defenders off towards that side wall, and then the teammate is there for Penn Trafford to find this third goal. Jefferson Morgan had the response, now PC has the response, and they are looking good. Like we said, up 2-1 in the series. If they could hold on to this lead, they could close out the game without needing to go to a game 5.
You see LB going up to challenge Xavier here. The ball does go to the wayside up high again, and a nice shot from Log Out. Tech will somehow find a way to get this stop. Long looks to carry over the head. Unfortunately, Evo will find that stop, and LB back on the other side of the field. Really just everywhere right now, just maximizing that boost.
Getting all the boost towards their own. Kind of almost a double commit on the defensive then there. It's going to be LB, another demo. The play after the play has been massive for this player, but we'll see if Xavier can look for the 1v1 on the other side. Has the teammate there. LB steps up into the face of danger and puts this clear all the way down the field, but it's just a lot of back and forth. It means a lot of time is going to be drained off the clock. Only about 45 left to go between these two teams in this game 4. JM, it's definitely possible, but they need to get going here really soon.
Yeah, Lemon, that's kind of what I was going to touch base on as well. They've had a lot of good opportunities off these big booming clears. Unfortunately, it does eat up a ton of time, and Log out looking to seal the deal with that one.
Xavier is just so good at stalling out for time, putting this one in awkward positions off the backboard and waiting for their teammate, the Cavalry, to rotate on through to hit those perfect shots. So nice stuff here for Penn Trafford. Every single player has picked up a goal. They are up by 3, and this one could be their advancement to the next round of playoffs.
Yeah, you know, they played very, very well. Honestly, Jefferson Morgan did as well, too, especially being one of these new schools here this season. And I mean, only one game separated these two teams as Evo will knock one more down. But, you know, Jefferson 3-2 on the regular season, Penn Trafford 4-1. So just one game separating them. We saw a lot of amazing plays from Jefferson Morgan as well. LB showing that technicality, but Penn Trafford in the end showing you why they're 4-1. They play very, very well together, and they tend to do it very consistently as well.
They do. Time and time again, they're able to find those passing plays between the teammates and work as a full all team. But we'll see what Penn Trafford could do here in the next round of playoffs. They are going to take this series in 3-1 fashion, but what a series it was. You said it, Hot Sauce. It seemed so close. It seemed like we were game 5 overtime that we needed to decide it. And honestly, JM, I'm excited to see not only what they could do in the rest of this offseason, but in the next seasons as well.
Yeah, I mean, JM was able to take game number 2, game 3 separated just by a point, which I think was the one that was in overtime there for a little while. So if you're Jefferson Morgan, you hold your head high. Your team played extremely well throughout the regular season. You played very well in the postseason against a very talented team as well. And it's your first season on with Tech. So, you know, that speaks volumes for you guys. I really, really look forward to seeing what they can do next season as well. But at the end of the day, only one team can win. That's going to be Penn Trafford advancing on. Congratulations to them. But Llama, we're not done yet. We got a lot of awesome Rocket League left today. We got some good D1 games coming up.
We definitely do. And honestly, we talk at this point kind of every single season. We're like, okay, are we going for the repeat? We know Forest Hills, we know California, the number 1 and 2 teams for a while. It seems like it's always the Pig B versus Ixuavo who can kind of get the edge at the end of the day. And it could be that again. Both these two teams still in the playoff running, but it gets harder and harder every single year. So if they're not careful, one of these two teams, they could trip up.
Oh, and we've certainly seen crazy upsets throughout the history, whether it's Rocket League or Valorant or Overwatch. We've seen underdogs upset number 1 seeds even. So you really can't count anybody out in this league. And luckily for us, we get to see both of those teams you mentioned today. Now, they won't be going head-to-head just yet, but we will see Forest Hills taking on Shade Central, and then a little bit later, California with Carmichael. But with that being said, Llama, we do need to take a short break, get these players loaded in. Guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we got more exciting Rocket League action.
And we're back after that short break, still here at the TEC High School Series, and we are hopping on into some more playoff action. We are going up to Division 1 and a really good matchup. This is the semifinals. Both of these two teams are going to be looking for that spot for that in-person championship finals. Hot Sauce, how you feeling about this matchup?
Well, we know Forest Hills has, been that staple, especially in Rocket League with that juggernaut Pig B as well. We've seen Shade Central pull up some upsets. We know how skillful Icy is as well, and the rest of the crew. So, Forest Hills, obviously the #1 seed for a reason. But again, I love a good underdog llama.
I love a good underdog here too. Shade only one loss throughout the regular season, trying to go through this storied Forest Hills squad. Like we talked about before the break, it always seems to be Forest Hills, California in that grand championship. So it would be nice to see some new faces here, but you got to work through the incredible Pigby. We know how not only great he is in the air, but how great, how selfless he is to pass towards his teammates and get everybody involved.
Yeah, and Forest Hills, the only undefeated team still here in the regular season. I think Shade was 7-1. I know California is 8-1 as well, currently counting some of those postseason games. But Forest Hills, the only undefeated team here. So, again, no easy task for Shade, but they certainly have the skill set to do it as Aloy nearly chips one over. Pig B will find the save.
Love to see it early, getting some little change up on the speed of those touches to make Pigby work for some of those saves. But now Pigby on the other side does get a shot there. Aloy is able to save. So really high level Rocket League, you can tell up here in Division 1 as both these teams go back and forth, but no early goals have been found just yet.
No early goals just yet. Pig B looking to change that up in the air. Pass to Fungus, who will pop it up as well. And Pig B kind of playing a little more back, maybe looking for that counterattack. We know that once he has a lot of space in the air, it's really hard to deal with. So, normally we see him up in the face of things, scoring those early goals, but maybe kind of playing a little more of that defensive role here.
Yeah, just trying to play a little bit patient to start out the game. It could just be, it's a playoff game. You don't want to step too far forward or get a little bit too fancy to start out the game, but rather adapt to what your opponents are throwing at you. Again, it is still a best-of-5 series, so very, very much time in the series you have. So we will see if they can adapt to it. Still no early goals as both teams still playing that patience game, but it's going to be crossbar off the player and in out of nowhere.
Yeah, if you would have told me that that Shade would score the first goal, I would be a little surprised. But this is exactly what I was hoping for. Shade comes out, they get that early goal, 2 minutes off the clock as well. Kind of getting into that rhythm, kind of setting their own tone or their own pace. But as we often talk about, consistency is key. You have to keep that up for at least 5 consecutive minutes. We'll see if Shade can do that here.
The question, can you keep it going against this offense and defense of Forest Hills? Pig B might get a little bit more aggressive as the series goes on. Look at that shot almost going in above everybody there. Heath KO7 with a great shot. Has to back on up though. The saves coming through left, right, and center. Pig B with another shot as well. Forest Hills lots of shots, but really haven't found the back of the net just yet. And Aloy with this demo contesting on the other side. How about 2 if 1 wasn't enough?
Yeah, just going in for the Bobbert double as Icy looks to make things happen. Pig B, another save. I think that's 3 or 4 saves. No, 2 saves for Pig B, but maybe that credit for all of them. He's been absolutely insane back there, but not as involved on offense as we're used to. Pig B, we always see him flying through the air, making things happen. And, well, you say his name, here he is up in the air once more. But I like what Shade's doing. We talk about you can't give Pig B too much space in the air, and they're certainly trying to cut that down.
Yeah, don't give Fungus too much space on the ground either. These Forest Hills players really working with that space very well, but still in that little bit of a deficit. Shade with that early pass from Icy to Viper, still holding on to that lead, but you feel like they need to get 1 or 2 more goals if they want to be in a comfortable position. We know Forest Hills can really score at any moment. Pig B, especially with those demos, a really good clear from Icy to get it out of danger though.
Oh no, but a whiff goes on by, and Fungus will drive this one on by with a little razzle-dazzle of their own, sneaking it not over, but under the car of the defender.
love how Fungus has just really showed this ground control that we always do talk about. Pigby's up in the air, Pigby's flying through, but to get that other player, that other pincer of that attack already getting going in game number 1, it definitely feels good. That is the tying goal up there for Forest Hills. They're going to need at least one more if they are going to be able to take this game, and Icy's cooking up in the air. Will take it from absolutely everyone and leave absolutely no one defending.
That just makes me that much more excited for this series. Icy up and stealing it away. A beautiful shot as he threads the needle up by 1 against the juggernauts that have been Forest Hills throughout the regular season. Now in control, but again, not a big enough cushion against a team like this. A minute 8 is plenty of time for Forest Hills to work with, but Alloy is going to make sure it's tough.
Shot after shot after shot. They are unrelenting off the kickoff, and low boost on the other side. They make it work. Shade up by 3, a goal for every single player. And not only that, Hot Sauce, you can tell the communication. That assist category has 3 as well as the goals.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to beat a team like Forest Hills, like Pig B, you certainly have to be playing very, very well together as a collective unit. And right now, Shade is doing just that. Heath will find the 50 up into the air, but Icy won't let him go silently into the night. He finds the big boom of doom. And now Icy, though, Pig B, the razzle-dazzle underneath, nearly finding his way in there as well. Another crazy save as Shade Central holds on a little while longer.
Viper has to make another good save as well. This defense is really holding strong, but the U-turn plays. Pigby looking for even more. Under 30 seconds to go, and we know they are going to try and contest at every single moment. Fungus with a great touch. Pigby with a second as well. Goes post to make it 2.
And this is a dangerous spot to be in. You know, there's only 20 seconds on the clock, but this is where Pig B begins to turn it up. Shade needs to play incredibly smart on these rotations for this last 20 seconds.
Definitely do. Got to play some good defense and make sure that Pigby doesn't have the space. 50 boost to work with, and almost plays the 1v3. Aloy is going to go for the clear to try and drain down some time. Fungus getting up to it, getting high. The shot for Aloy is there, trying to bounce the other way. It's got to be zeros on the clock. Pigby trying to force overtime. H-Pass was there, but somehow it hits the ground.
Oh,
what?
My. Inches, Llama. I think inches from breaking the plane. Shade Central doing the unthinkable and taking game 1 away from Forest Hills. I imagine Pig B is leaning forward in his seat right now, getting ready for this next game.
You got to get ready for this next game, because man, what a good first one. And I thought we were going to have overtime there for sure, but the pass just falls just a little bit short. These players already ready to go in towards this next game, waiting no time at all. Forest Hills, they want to bring it back and make sure this series is tied up.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Pig B kind of plays that same role here in game number 2, if they are kind of lingering around that goal, looking for those counter opportunities in the air, or if we see that more aggressive Pig B that we're used to.
That's the question. Heath right off the kickoff there. How about a top right
Bye.
sending shot, bar down and in. No! What? Somehow, some way, Shade keeps it out. Half the ball was gray, Hot Sauce. Half the ball was gray.
I think maybe even more than half. I'm not sure how that didn't go in, but Shade is thankful nonetheless for the blessing from the Rocket League gods. Icy up into the air, looking to make something happen, and Heath will find a huge stop to keep that one away from Icy. Fungus looking for the tap. Heath will go up as well as Alloy finds another phenomenal save. Viper into the corner. Pig B a solid shot as well as Icy will find the stop, and Forest Hills looking relentless on this net. Shade needs to find a way to get it out of their side.
Got to find those defensive stops and got to get that clear. How about 4 saves already for this Shade defense? Really have been stepping up all around, but we knew this series was going to be close. We knew it was going to be a good one, but already really not disappointing. A save there again from Mr. Viper. 5 saves in the first minute, Hot Sauce.
Oh, and that one is going to slip through. 5 saves is insane, but again, I mean, we got so many shots on this Forest Hills side. They have just been relentless, and I mean, when you're relentless like that, it's only a matter of time before one will find the back of the net. When that one just kind of sneaks its way in there, we'll see if Shade can find a way to answer back.
We talked about the defense was there, hoping to find that respawn's back, but 7 shots within that first minute is absolutely nuts. Forest Hills took that first game personally, and they are here to strike back. Of course, lots of time here for Shade to get that response, lots of time for them to build up their offense of their own, especially with these booming clears from Icy. Actually, a shot recorded there. Didn't think that one went close enough, but Aloy puts one up towards the backboard, and Pigby is back towards the air, which they love to control.
Looked like he was looking for the flip reset. We'll go ahead and settle down. Go ahead and grab the boost as well. But Icy's going to sneak this one away. A defender to beat. Now a wide open net. Fungus will get back in time. Icy looking for the flick. Has help. Tries to knock the defender out as well. And Icy going for play after play after play out here.
Icy's looking for everything. Icy's been looking for those bumps and demos and getting aggressive exactly from the word go, but under 3 minutes to go. That 1-goal lead still standing. Forest Hills, that onslaught of shots they have put on is slowing down a little bit. Pigby getting a little bit more towards those demo and bump plays, but Aloy has done such a good job of just getting it in the air, contesting that 50, sending it down the board, and Icy had one man to beat, but Pigby was that man, and Pigby standing tall and strong.
Yeah, we see a lot more demos coming out from Forest Hills here as well. Kind of, and Pigby with a dirty little flick over the head to himself. You'll see it once more as they go up by 2.
Beats the first 2 defenders, then pops the second shot. Top shelf to add another for Forest Hills. This squad really popping off in this game number 2, and Shade, their defense held for that first minute or so, but it's just so many shots that they have to contest. Pigby with this insane control. It is going to be a tough series, but with still time in this game, there is the possibility that Shade could come back and make that possibility less.
Yeah, here comes Heath with a shot of their own right into the back of the net, and a much different showing than we saw in game number 1. Shade Central right now just having trouble keeping the ball out of their half, unfortunately. So right now they just need to find a way to alleviate some of this pressure. I would like to see some more demos or bumps from this Shade Central side.
Love to see it too. It does seem like Forest Hills are starting to go to that physicality, so if you can get some of that back, those demos and bumps really can change that game, especially with Pigby making a couple of those save. Fungus as well, that if you take that last player out, it's just an open and free net for yourself. Talk about open net right now. Pigby going to make sure theirs isn't open, sending it the other way. Really good passing. Fungus, Pigby, 2v1. Reset there. The bump is good. The teamwork is better, and Pigby's got 2.
Yeah, you know, I think you were absolutely right when you said that Forest Hills and Pigby took game number 1 personally. They have come out with a vengeance. Now up 4-0, 140 on the clock. Not impossible, but man, it is going to be incredibly difficult against this Forest Hills team.
Definitely is. I mean, 10 shots in this game, 4 goals. It's almost a hat trick for Pigby, and they haven't let anything slip on their own side. Shade a little bit stuck on their own defensive half. Aloy is going to get a demo there to slow things down, and a good little clear here as Fungus and Heath try to corral this ball over to Pigby. Pigby the pass, Pigby the shot. I love that fake as well. They're just going for all these different angles, seeing if they can throw the Shade defense off its foot.
You know, and what's crazy, right, is Forest Hills has only lost 2 games. They've never lost a series throughout the regular season, but in all these best of 3s, these best of 5s, they've only lost 2 games within that. Now 3 if you count that last one. So Shade able to take a game away. They need to start to work with that momentum, carry it forward in this next game, because I do believe Forest Hills has pretty much secured game number 2.
Pretty much here, unless something crazy does happen on the back end. We'll have to see if it can. And obviously for Shade, we always talk about this. If you can get 1 or 2 goals here at the end of it, you can maybe create something that can be that momentum to take in towards that next game. But demo's coming through from Pigby. They're slowing it down and sending it towards the other side. So we'll have to see what they can do in this next game. But Forest Hills, a really good response, but Mr. Viper will not go quietly. We'll find a goal of their own.
I think maybe a little breakdown in communication here. We see all three defenders around the ball, nobody really knowing who exactly was going to hit it there. So Viper just capitalizing on it and said, hey, if nobody wants to hit it, I'll go in and take it from you. Able to grab a goal. We talked about, them needing to find a goal or two before this ends, maybe working toward game number 3. So, you asked Llama, they delivered.
Delivered here in game number 2. It's going to be a tied up series after this clock runs down to 0, and exciting for both teams because that means you get a blank slate going in towards this game number 3, an opportunity to get to series point. We talked about the stakes on the line here, a spot in that Grand Championships in person at St. Francis University, but this one will drop down to the ground. Forest Hills, like we said, will be able to equalize and go to game 3 with some momentum.
Yeah, a rough start for Forest Hills in game number 1, but man, did they come out swinging in game number 2. 12 shots amongst the team and only needing 2 saves. I mean, on the other side of things, we saw a plethora of phenomenal saves from Shade, but on that shot column, really struggled to get things going until much, much later in the game. So hopefully in game number 3, they can get things going early.
That is the hope for them, and obviously it was getting going early for them very quickly. In that first minute, we talked about those 7 shots, those 2 or 3 goals they had already built up for themselves. So really good stuff to just keep building on that lead, keep pressuring the defense, and the changes up of speed we started to see there that Pigby can sometimes take it themselves. They can go for that pass. They can really start to throw off the defense in its entirety. So Shade has to be careful about those different passing attempts, and if they do, then they can maybe take this next game.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I would love to see this series go all the way to the best of 5. I love overtime, so I would love to see some back and forth. Hopefully, Shade can find a way to come out and answer.
That is the hope here. We'll have to see Alpha in this next game, of course. I want to see more games. I want to see a game 5. I want to see this one go into some extra overtimes as well, because if it can, that just means we get to see some more Rocket League. But we are in towards this next game. It is game number 3. We talked about how important this one is just for the series score in general. You get to that match point first. It's a lot of power.
Absolutely. You love to be in the driver's seat when you can here. And now Heath into the corner on the back pedal. Shade looking to come out quickly here and kind of create all of this pressure like they did in game 1. But Fungus will find a big booming clear. And Big B has really quickened, or excuse me, Forest Hills has really quickened the pace over these last 2 games.
They really have. They've stepped up to quicken the pace. They've gotten those passing attempts. And now for Pigby is just going 1v3. But they've got a secondary touch. Fungus is looking for the and just absolutely pounds the rock in. Fungus is the first to strike, and Forest Hills back on top.
Fungus, you talked about his ground skills. He's shown you he's got a little bit of aerial action as well. And, well, it's always great to be that team to go up first. Forest Hills back in the driver's seat. Shade certainly capable of stealing it away. We'll see if they can pick it up here.
The question, can you find the response, and hopefully find the response earlier? We talked about, it was more towards the end of that last game when Shade found that first goal. If they can find an early goal here, kind of stall out the bleeding, make sure they can get one towards their own, they can definitely come back in this game, but I feel like it's got to be quicker rather than later. 4 minutes left on the clock. I see the mistouch in the air. Pigby's got all the space, and he's got the flick to finish the job. Pigby adds another.
Yeah, Pigby is always relentless. We see the defender going up. Unfortunately, they are unable to get a car to the ball. And, well, once Piggy goes by there, he pretty much does what he wants,
Yeah, it really does. So much control. I mean, this player we've talked about so many times is just, going to be a really good player in college. Whichever team decides to pick him up and give him that scholarship as well is going to be feeling good. But 2 goals right now for the Forest Hills squad with a pretty healthy lead. They're just going to get back and play defense for a little bit. Fungus with that save will give it over to Pigby, and Mr. Viper starting to step up and start to make sure they can get in the faces of some of those Forest Hills players and make sure they can make some plays across the field.
Yeah, we do see them kind of triple committing into the corner, so they certainly have to be careful of that. Want to make sure they go back to those basic fundamentals on those rotations, much like they did in game number 1, really getting everybody involved here as we see a big demo coming out. Pigby already in the air looking for that flip reset, though. They got to be careful.
Icy's able to play the calm defense there, but as like you mentioned, you really do have to be so careful every time Pigby goes up. But at the same time, we saw some glimpses of what Forest Hills was trying to do in that previous game as well. When Pigby goes up, it does leave openings for some other players. Talk about openings. Mr. Viper just absolutely demolishes that goalie there. See if they can follow up on the play. Still going. It's going to be a pass towards Icy Cooks. A triple commit from Forest Hills is forced, but somehow, some way, they get it saved.
Yeah, Pigby with an epic save there as well. Fungus looking to come in and make something happen. The 50 will be stalled out at midfield as Pigby up top again. But Icy looking to steal it away, has an opportunity. Does slip away to the wayside, though. Now back at midfield, Heath with the chip. And again, both a lot of back and forth here late in this game.
So much back and forth here, but I feel like that just helps out Forest Hills a little bit more. The more time that drains off this clock, the more they can hold on to this lead. But a midfield pass, Icy just a little bit late to receive that one. Heath will get a demo on their way on into this offensive side. Pigby for the touch, Pigby for the pass, but doesn't look like anyone's there fast enough. Icy has really been doing some good stuff on defense. Mr. Viper, again, stepping up, not scared to go up towards that half-field line, but Pigby's got space in the air once again.
Yeah, Pigby looking for that flip reset. Maybe just gets a little out of control there, which is, just lets us know Pigby is also human. You know, we all make mistakes from time to time, but that one will get away from Pigby. Back up into the air as they look to settle this one down. A pinch off the wall over the head of Icy, who is on the back pedal. Viper looking for the save, gets a little wild off the wall, but does find a nice clear, and hopefully they can get an opportunity from this.
Hope down the field here. Opportunity going to be denied immediately from Fungus. Time still ticking away. About minute 15 left on that clock. Pigby going to go for something. He's got the clear past everybody. Unfortunately, the shot is just a little bit too to the left. Pigby still got space though. Bouncing pass towards Heath. Almost stolen away from Aloy. They have to be careful about overstepping their bounds here. If they let a goal in here in the final 60, it could give Shade the opportunity to come back, not only in this game, but in this series.
I would love to see a comeback. I would love to see some game fives, but Forest Hills is ready to be done. You know, currently undefeated again throughout the season here, looking to keep that streak alive. But what a shot, a banger, and now just one away from the equalizer.
I love this play. I love the teamwork. Aloy is there the whole way through, and it's tough for the defenders to play. You don't know if Mr. Viper is going to take that out of the corner or not. The pass is perfect. The play is perfect, and Shade within one. They've got 45 seconds to get the job done. Get one more. Icy Cooks off of kickoff up the backboard. Mr. Viper almost had that 50-50 win.
Almost had it. Unfortunately, it does slip away. Still 30 seconds on the clock. They need to find this equalizer soon, but Pigby looking for that nail in the coffin into the corner, and with that should secure the deal.
Yeah, Pigby, such a good attempt. I mean, every single time, if you just throw it so slow and so awkwardly, it can catch those defenders off guard. It does exactly that. Pigby with a double in this game. Forest Hills up by 2. Shade, they're not 100% out of it just yet, but they would need a goal directly off of this kickoff. And I think, honestly, they're thinking about that next game, that game plan of what they want to do, because a lot closer game here in game number 3. Maybe Aloy with the clear secondary touch. Aloy a little bit off the accuracy. Could have been it there. You can see they are fighting until the final second.
Yeah, you know, Pigby just does a great job of mixing up the strategies. We see him carrying that ball toward the net. We get that flip reset a couple times in a row. Then on that one, instead of using the flip reset, kind of baiting him with it and then just not hitting the ball. So it bounces in a little change up, change of pace, and just does a great mixture of that, which I think kind of always keeps that defense guessing and never truly knowing where they're going to go. But we know Shade is capable of winning. They have a ton of talent on the field as well. I would love to see him come back and steal game 4.
I'd love to see it too. I would love to see a game number 5. I would love to see this series go towards its absolute length. And you talk about it as well, even on the shot counter throughout that game, 5 on both sides. Both had some really good opportunities. Shades, just a little bit of that lesser. So for Forest Hills, they are 1 game away from securing their spot in the grand finals. It's a familiar position for them, but they cannot get ahead of themselves just yet. Like you said, Shade getting every game closer and closer, getting every game better and better. So this game 4, I feel like, is going to be really good.
Yeah, I think Shade just needs to go back to trusting each other. We saw a lot of great plays from Viper and Icy in that first game, but they really spread the field. There were lots of give and goes. Every member was scoring and really, working together. In that last couple of series, we see him kind of triple committing in the corner, double committing, things like that. Icy wasn't getting as involved. So I'd like to see him spread the field, have a little faith in your teammates, and begin to work like you did in game one.
Got to work together here in game number 4. Let's start it off here. 5 minutes on the clock could put Forest Hills in the Grand Championship. And who they are playing is undecided just yet. We will decide that one after this match is finished. But we'll see if Shade can do it. If Shade can force this game 5. He's already starting with a little bit of offense. Is dangerous. Fungus on the ground working really well. Mr. Viper, though, looking for the clear early.
Viper looking for that clear. Can't quite get it just yet as it does get taken away. Pig B down there on the attack as well. Tucked into the corner, looking across midfield here. Potentially looking for that team away, but Alloy up top. No defenders to beat. Looks like Fungus should get back in time as we'll take the touch off the wall. Carried across the ceiling. We see Icy in the background, but Pig B already up into the air. And once more threads the needle.
Pig B, they don't call him a beast for nothing. Starts from half field, uses the flip to go sideways and sneak between the two defenders. How perfect was that shot? Pig B puts Forest Hills on top. Not even a minute gone and they're holding on to a good lead.
Yeah, I mean, they've, especially these last 2 or 3 games, they've done a great job of coming out and scoring early, really kind of applying that pressure and putting themselves in that driver's seat, kind of putting all the pressure on the Shade, making them having to do something here and maybe kind of forcing them out of that play style that they're used to. So I'd love to see Shade just kind of take a deep breath, reset, get back to those big fundamentals that we saw in game number 1, those big passing plays, and really spread that field.
Yelled out, see if they can find those teammates, and especially if you can find a way to shut down a Pig B. I feel like that's an impossible task to do because, as we say it, Pig B's got the pass, he's got the space, and he's got another goal.
Another goal indeed. I mean, that's what Pig B does best, scores in bunches, and certainly, a little bit of a slow start in game 1, but after that really has never looked back. It's been all go, 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 and well, up by 2, not quite to the halfway point though, so plenty of time for Shade, but they've got to get things going here early. They can't continuously allowing things like this to happen.
I mean, Pig B again is going to find another. Look at that. Look at that touch off the back part of the Octane. What an angle to hit it. Forest Hills gonna be up by a very healthy lead. And I was gonna say you got to find a way to shut down Pig B, but it's just so hard when the full team is there to strike. Well, not only Pig B is there to find those goals, but you see Heath and Fungus putting on these perfect passes and perfect goals as well. It feels like a brick wall you're fighting into.
Yeah, and I want to go back and look at that replay from the last goal from Pig B because I'm not sure, but I think there was a musty flick in there. So I do want to go back and take a look at that later today. Icy is going to find a nice save. Meanwhile, Forest Hills still knocking at the net. Relentless. Pig B looking to go up for more. Looking for a little bit of that razzle-dazzle that we like to see. But Viper on the back pedal coming back around. Here's Pig B into the corner. Viper will find the save once more. The ball floating around here. We have hit that halfway point. 3-0, 2:27 on the clock, and they are battling back and forth. Icy with a banger off the top crossbar, just a little high to find the back of the net. Big B will travel down into the corner here, looking to carry around once more. Heath on the back pedal will find the save. Icy goes up, finds a touch over to Viper, but the defense is there waiting. The big booming clear, and Alloy barely dodges the demo as well off of finding the save. Great situational awareness here by Alloy. Again, now bouncing around. We see Alloy into the corner. We'll find the touch, chips up. Fungus with a big demo though. Looking to buy some time. Fungus will find yet again another demo as they are piecing them together. They have a nice solid 3-point, make it a 4-point lead, and things just got detrimentally tough for Shade Central. All right, we're going to get Llama back in here in a moment, guys. We do apologize for the technical difficulties, but we're getting it ironed out here. 1:37 on the clock, 4-0 as we get things rolling once more. Forest Hills looking to close out the series with a win here. Shade Central looking to keep that championship dream alive. We saw the skills showcased in game number 1. A little bit of a struggle here in game 2, but they certainly stepped it up. And now in game 4, down 4-0 as we see Icy on the back pedal. They need to find a way to get that ball into the back of the net. They need to give themselves some time to score as well. But right now, Pig B, Fungus, everybody being relentless in the air and in front of the net as Pig B will secure one more. And, well, I don't like to say it's over just yet because anything can happen, but this is a big, big lead. All right, we're working on Llama. I don't think he's back just yet, so we'll continue on here again. A minute on the clock, 5-0. Forest Hills a big, big lead here in what could be the final game for Shade Central as we gear toward those championships, I believe, on the Saturday, the 16th of December at St. Francis University. I think Llama will be casting remote with us. I should be live in person, so we look forward to seeing all of you wonderful people once more as Heath will settle. The ball floating around midfield. Icy looking to fire a shot. Pig B will get one more save. 30 seconds on the clock now. Can they find a consolation goal? Alloy fires a banger, but Heath will get the stop and the save credited there. Alloy finds one, though, and Shade Central will not go quietly into the night. Beautiful shot there from Alloy, just never giving up. And, this is what you love to see from the students and the players as well. Theoretically, you might think the game is over, but they play to the last second. They play their hearts out, and you absolutely love to see it in these young students here. So Viper will find a nice shot. Pig B another save as they look to grab one more goal before the game is over. 8 seconds on regulation as it begins to tick away. Forest Hills looking for their ticket to that championship spot as they remain undefeated in both the regular season and the postseason as well. Again, not ready to be done, though. Regulation is over, but they are going to fight until this ball hits the ground. There it is. Forest Hills, your winner. Again, Shade Central, hold your heads high. Forest Hills, we mentioned earlier, has only lost 2 rounds throughout the entire year. And for, Shade Central able to add one more onto that. They came out playing very nice in the beginning, very aggressive. We saw wonderful things from Shade, but in the end, Forest Hills finally, getting that stride, finally coming into rhythm and able to clutch it up. So they'll grab that dub, head on to the championship. But I want to remind everybody, we're not done yet. We talked about how we've seen Forest Hills. We've talked about that battle with California that tends to happen every year, and California nearly taking it last year. I think Forest Hills had a reverse sweep to come up clutch. So we're going to get some players loaded into the lobby. Don't go anywhere, though, because when we come back, we're going to have California taking on Carmichael's. And I think Llama should be back anywhere. Take care, guys.
And we are back after that break, still here at the TEC High School Series here for our Rocket League Playoffs week number 2. Our final matchup in the semifinals to decide who the final team going to the Grand Championship is going to be right here, right now. Carmichael's has already pulled off one upset here in the tournament, but can they pull off another here today? That's the question we'll have to answer.
Yeah, even though they're the number 6 seed, they were 6-2 on that season as well. So most of these teams from the top seed down to the 6th or 8th seed are only separated by 1 game. California 8-1 on the regular season. Carmichael's 6-2 on the regular season. And man, have they played extremely well for being one of these new additions to the Tech Series. Carmichael's has just really outperformed all the expectations. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, we've gotten to know California over these last couple seasons. The man with the hair, Ixwavo, up in the air, doing all the crazy plays, nearly upsetting last year those juggernauts that were Forest Hills. So really excited to get this one underway. Again, California 8-1, going to be taking on that new school, Carmichael's, who is 6-2. And as Llama mentioned there before our technical difficulties, that Carmichael is that number 6 seed. They have already upset someone in this tournament bracket, looking to do that here again today. And again, I love all of these new schools that have been coming into the Tech Series. And Carmichael certainly hasn't disappointed. So hopefully next season we'll have even more schools, even more students in here. But I look forward to hopefully meeting a lot more of them at the LAN event on the 16th. But again, I want to remind everybody it is a best of 5. California in red, Carmichael's in blue, as we get game number 1 underway. And we'll see who comes out swinging first. It is going to be incredibly important here. A bit of back and forth early, booming over midfield. Shady up top. Jay Cray will find the stop, though. A bit of back and forth as they look to carry forward here. Ixwavo again with the touch up at midfield. Has a little help here from Jordan. A booming shot down into the corner. Ixwavo, a nice touch. A pass to Jordan. The flick, the give and go. And California already exuberating the amazing teamwork. Ixwavo, look at that pass to Jordan, who finds the touch to Shady, gets up and over, maximizing that power on the shot. We see the defense trying to find the stop, but California will find that first goal with just 31 seconds off the clock. All right, Jordan around the horn here into the corner, looking to carry over. Has to be careful in a dangerous position in front of that net there as Shady tries to find. They'll pinch together with Ixwavo. Find the booming clear now into the corner. Looks to carry around. Jordan will keep this alive in front of the net. Shady an opportunity. Has to backpedal. Ixwavo on the defense. The last man to beat. Will find the stop. Looks like John is there to keep this one alive, though. Jordan and Shady bump into each other. Have to be careful on those double commits. Team communication is everything, especially in an important playoff game like this. Jay Cray circling around. Jordan up into the air. Oh, Mike with a big demo on to Jordan. That could have helped alleviate some of that defensive pressure there. Shady into the corner. A nice pass. Ixwavo nearly threads the needle. This one's going to go over the net here into the corner. Mike looking to carry out. And again, they keep this alive. California doing a great job right now of maintaining possession on this Carmichael side. There's Ixwavo, a booming shot from midfield. What a save. I'm not sure who that was because they didn't get credited for that save, but certainly an insane save there up into that upper corner. Shady, though, still knocking at the net. Jay Cray trying to take this one away. Will find the defensive stop to clear across midfield. John, but Musty, will find the touch to the side here. Jordan looking to settle. Kind of allowing time here, and Ixwavo gets the touch. Not necessarily the one they needed, though, as it goes the other direction. Shady will find the save off of the Mike shot as well. And a bit of back and forth here early. California with that 1-point lead. Looking to hold on or looking for that cushion potentially as Carmichael is still searching for the equalizer. Jordan looking for that subtle pass to Shady. Will go on by Mike. Looking for the booming clear. Will carry across midfield. Has a nice shot on goal, but Ixwavo once again will find another dirty save to keep the drive alive. 3 shots for Shady. An insane save there as well for Iguavo. Now on the backboard, looking to carry around the horn. Will find the touch to clear. One defender to beat, but Mike will keep it alive. The demo from Iguavo. The shot, though, as Mike circles back, and Mike's 5 will find one more now, all tied up with 2:11 on the clock. Just a great shot there as well. And again, you got to circle back. You got to work on those rotations. Look for those second and third chance opportunities. Carmichael's capitalizing on that one. Again, Carmichael's that number 6 seed. California currently the number 2 seed. And Jay Cray, a banger from downtown. Look at the distance on this one. No defender able to get back in time. Iguavo maybe going over for that boost, just a little out of position there. With that, Carmichael's now in the driver's seat. 2:03 on the clock. We'll see if California can fight their way back in this one. California was 8-1 on the regular season. Their only loss coming to Forest Hills, who we saw just a little bit ago. Looking for that chance, maybe that rematch of last year in that championship. Iguavo will get stopped at the 50 here. Jordan up top. Nice shot into the corner. Now around the horn once more. Looking to carry over the net. Shady looks to keep this one alive. Will get by one defender. Iguavo with a nice chip pass over the head as well. Circling back. Fires, and Mike finds the stop once more. The ball looks to settle. Jordan over the top again. The boost will be starved away. A wide open net, and Iguavo with a subtle touch to the opposite direction will find the equalizer. 84 seconds left on the clock. Really just barely touching that one with the tires as well. And it always softens the blow of the ball when you hit it with the tires of the car. It really lessens the speed. So sometimes you see him turn over, make sure to hit it with the top of the car to bang it in there. But Iguavo with a little change up in pace, change up in speed to sneak that one in and tie things up. 1:15 on the clock. Both of these teams looking to grab game number 1 here in this best of 5. Of course, the winner going on in that championship to play against Forest Hills. Jay Cray, a nice chip shot over the head. A bit of a double commit. The bicycle kick is there, but Iguavo comes up with another dirty save to keep California tied up. Looking for a little bit of razzle-dazzle of their own. Has to go back and collect boost. Can't get the chip overhead. Jordan will find a subtle touch. Iguavo with a nice pass in front of the net. Jordan was going up for that one, but the defense will find the stop. Shady looking for a little help as Jordan bumps into Iguavo, but able to correct is Iguavo. Looking for that reset. Can't quite get it. Will starve the boost once more around the horn. Shady with a nice 50. They'll win to keep this one alive. Has to get through Mike on this wall here. But Mike will find the defensive stop once more. Gone but musty around the horn. Carmichael's looking to end game number 1. A wide open net, and Shady will find the stop. We very well could see a game number 1 here and have an overtime in game number 1. Jay Cray booming clear, waiting for it to settle. Iguavo up into the air. We'll ride this one on down to the ground. All tied up 2-2. Game number 1's going to head into overtime. We have the golden goal. The first to score will clutch it up. Mike, big booming clear to put the beginning pressure here on the California side. The 50 doesn't go in their favor. Jordan able to find the touch off the back wall. Iguavo carries forward now into the corner. Looking for a little bit of something here. It's Shady. We'll take nothing and turn it into something. A nice chip overhead. Jay Cray finds a big demo onto Jordan. Iguavo around the horn. We'll take this one away and keep it down here in this territory for a little bit longer. Now into midfield, one defender to beat. Musty looking for the flick. Doesn't win the 50. Mike nearly has an opportunity. Iguavo will find the demo. No defenders back. Oh my, Jay Cray somehow gets up in time to find the stop. Iguavo, what a dirty shot from a distance. But we will continue on here in overtime now. Shady around the horn once more. Now in front of the net again on the Carmichael side. Iguavo, chip shot off the wall. Nice pass to himself. The aerial control is there. The flip reset looking for it. The pinch off the ground, but John won't bite too soon. Finds the save. Shady looking for a second opportunity here. Jordan looking for the pass off the backboard midfield. John will find it first. Iguavo Will settle and send it back the other direction as Jordan finds the demo here. Now carrying forward. Ixwabo being patient. Will let it settle. Couldn't quite get the touch they need, but has a little help here from Jordan in the backfield. One defender to beat now. Help will come in play. Shady into the corner. Can't find the 50. Ixwabo now at midfield. Will find the touch to take it away, and this one will ride up the wall. Mike looking to carry down to the ground. Jordan, big booming clear here, has an opportunity. Nobody in front of the net, but Jordan can't find the car to the ball. Shady will bang it in. 156 in overtime, and California will take game number 1. Beautiful job here by California. Carmichael fighting back very nicely as well. And it just goes to show you, even though they're the number 6 seed again, really only one game separating these teams. So both of these teams playing incredibly well right now. And we saw Carmichael's almost take that away from California. But fortunately for California, they were able to push it into overtime, find that final goal just before that 2-minute mark. And we will get ready for game number 2. Looking to iron out these technical difficulties. Llama, do we have you back, baby?
I think I'm back. I think I'm good.
Look at that beautiful pace.
Let's go.
Overtime, game number 1, Llama, 3-2. California took it. Heading into game number 2. We are glad to have you back, my man.
Thank you. Glad to be here. I was watching from the stream on my side, so love to see that overtime to start us off. Love to see a good game number 1, but anything else special happen in game number 1 I need to be aware of?
No, I mean, it was a lot of back and forth. Honestly, Carmichael had some surprises out there. I was really impressed with how well they played together. Jay Cray certainly one to look out for, all over the field and playing very, very well today.
Well, let's see this back and forth to start us out 0-0. No early goals between these two teams, and exciting, like I know you talked about and I talked about, a spot in that championship still on the line to go here, so be excited on which team can take it. But a lot of back and forth. A shot there off of the backboard from Jordan. Won't find a secondary connecting shot, but really good as Mike's able to send it down to the other side of the field.
Swabo looking to chip and carry up over. There's Jay Cray. Will find the settle. The flick over 1, 2 defenders to beat. Around the horn, 1 to go. And Jay Cray looking to take things into his own hands, channeling his inner Lionel Messi there. As the defense will find the stop. Shady on the counterattack. Jordan coming in with a fierceness. Blows on by the ball. And Swabo will have to play some defense.
Get back to play some defense. Defending that kind of midfield line right now. Using all of their boost to try and do it. That's one towards the backboard. No early goals once again, like we said. Was very back and forth in that first game, so as expected, nobody able to find the net just yet. Only 3 shots in total recorded, but as Jay Craig goes up, an opportunity to maybe clear down the field. Ixwabo trying to beat the defense. The pass is there. Jordan was up in the air, but again, good recognition from this Carmichael squad to just be there in the right place.
Yeah, Mike fires a nice shot here as well, but unfortunately all 3 defenders down there holding true. Jay Cray up top, looks to find a clear, but Shady will keep this one alive. And right now, you know, California has just done a great job of kind of maintaining possession down here on the Carmichael half. As I say that, they nearly get one there, though.
Almost very close. Ixwabo, the one with the save. You know, it does have that extra hair advantage, so a little bit of, you know, extra height on their car, but Shady with a shot on the other side. Lots of back and forth. 5 shots recorded. Ixwabo looking for the pass to midfield, but again, the defense is prevailing in this game.
Big booming clear. Ixwabo has to go all the way up to stop that one as well, and really just being all over the field at the moment. Shady, a little flick of their own. 1 defender to beat, has a chance, but John will find the save. Ixwabo waiting patiently, knowing the clear was coming in, looking for something off the sidewall, and unfortunately, I think just clips the ceiling on the way out.
A little bit of that ceiling disruption there as it does miss just barely, but 2 minutes left to go now. Time there, the bump, very dangerous, and John almost puts that one in their own net, but the save is there. So close there. Opportunity for both teams. Another shot on the other side. Everybody trying to get involved. Saves are there, shots are there, the offense and defense is there, but goals are not. It has been such a close tied up game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, we saw 3-2 in overtime game 1. Here we are getting close to that 90-second mark. Neither team able to find the back of the net just yet as the ball floats around midfield. John looking for a little pass. This one will get taken away. Mike into the corner, finds the pitch to push outward as we see J. Craig going up top once more. They could have an opportunity here, Llama.
Could, but the opportunity does fall a little bit short there. Back and forth once again, ping-ponging again. It's going to be Jordan maybe to look for an opportunity, and I'd love to honestly see some more overtimes between these two teams. I mean, we just know how good they are. We talked about Carmichael's in one of their first seasons here in the TEC series. California has been one of the schools that has won championships, that has been here so many years, and they're going back and forth with only 1 minute remaining.
Exactly, 54 seconds on the clock. Both of these teams wanting to score badly, but very well could see a second overtime here in a row if things don't pick up here soon. California once more knocking at the net. John tries to find the clear, but Ixwavo going to put this one back in.
Puts it into the offensive zone. 30 seconds left to go for these two teams. See what Jordan can do. Holding on to it. It's going to be the demo from Mike here as Carmichael's trying to dive down the field. Jordan with a bit of control off in the air. The shot is there. Right post. It barely is denied by Mike's. Able to get the stop. Mike's 5 now the other way. Carmichael's the counter attack. Looking to strike. Looking to not go to overtime once again. But California will hold on. 5 seconds. Another opportunity. Back and forth to either defensive zone in front of the net. John Musty had a chance, but we go to OT, and Hot Sauce, the first goal in this game, will be the decider.
Yeah, already at the golden goal. I thought Carmichael's was about to steal it away at regulation there, but we will send into our second overtime in just 2 games. Took California just under 2 minutes to find the goal last time. We'll see if Carmichael's can steal this one out and tie the series up.
That's the question. Would love to see an overtime win for yourself. Would also love to not be put in that reverse sweep position, one of the toughest positions in Rocket League to be in. So we'll see if they can find this goal. We will go as long as we need to until that goal is found. Right now, Carmichael's having to play some defense. They're playing it good, though, as they send it down the field. Big booming clear there from Mike's 5. Connection to J. Cray 5, who almost had the passing for the goal there, but Ixwavo just has some good control in the corner.
Yeah, Ixwavo having great control in the corner. Passed off to Jordan here. We see a nice clear as well. J. Cray able to go up and find the stop, though. Does get over the head of J. Cray. Shady powers in to win the 50 as well. Looking for a pass midfield here. Hoping to have a teammate. Ixwavo threads the needle, but J. Cray with an even crazier save to keep Carmichael's alive.
Another great save on this game for them. The second on the game, but another good shot for Ixwavo, who we always talk about seems to be the player. Shady almost towards that left post, just barely inches away from finding that goal. So much back and forth. 6.5 minutes without a goal. Mike's 5 tries to be the one to score it, but Ixwavo just takes that boost and takes the ball.
Yeah, Ixwavo across midfield looking to carry it into the goal. J. Cray has been phenomenal on this defensive stance, though, and will find one more stop. Shady looking for that booming pinch down to the ground. Can't quite find it, but Ixwavo will find one more touch. Carmichael's defense is looking pretty relentless right now.
They are holding the nerve, holding the patience here for themselves, and not letting any goals in so far. Of the 7 shots, all of them have been pushed to the side. 6 of them have been saved from the Carmichael's defense, but that means you got to keep on saving. That means you got to find an offensive touch of your own here. J. Cray trying to start off this play in the back end, but looking for the teammates. Ixwavo's contestant really good, putting a secondary touch on. Shady waits, but Mike's 5 again just gets in their face.
Yeah, Ixwavo out of boost, though, and starved at both their side and midfield, having to go all the way back to their side to get boost, but already back in the action, carrying on, looking for the second chance opportunity. This one will be thwarted away. J. Cray finds another save. Shady up top has a chance here. One defender in the net. That's Mike, who gets a nice booming clear. Not quite over the head of Ixwavo, who will keep this one alive. And we're about 3 minutes into this overtime, Llama.
A lot of extra overtime time already on this clock. A lot of extra good shots as well, but just the defense has been the story all game long. 8 saves from this blue Carmichael squad, and they might be just putting it in on the other way. John Musty, after 3 minutes of exorbitant overtime, puts this one in.
Absolutely insane. Two overtimes, one going each way here as we see Carmichael's tying up the series. And just what a great job by them. I mean, they found a way to hold California to a scoreless session, which is a pretty tough feat on its own. And then to go into overtime, you had just lost in overtime. To not let that affect you mentally, to take this dub is huge for Carmichael's.
It's huge. It also means we get to play some more games here in this series. We're going to at least 4 to decide who is getting that extra spot in the grand finals. And to not only win that game, but to shut out California after so much time, after so many good shots, you have to give them so much credit. But at the same time, we know California is going to come back swinging with a vengeance. So I'm excited to see what they bring to this game 3.
Yeah, we'll see Xwavo back to the Octane. I know it's a lot of times nearly changing cars every round, just mixing it up a little bit, kind of showcasing the closet, so to speak. But Jay Craig coming out early with a demo once more. Xwavo fighting at midfield. There's Mike with a pinch as well. Xwavo will find a demo. Nobody in the back of the net, and Jordan nearly gets one. Jay Craig with another Cray save.
Huge one at that, but Xwavo tries to go for the secondary touch. Off the backboard, it's not there. I mean, you talk about Jay Cray, so many saves in the last game, already the one in this one. Defensive mastermind for sure, but eventually you do have to keep that defense up. You got to make sure you're scoring some goals because we know at any point Xwavo can just find those crazy attempts to break the defense.
Yeah, we see him kind of all over the field right now. Jordan with a nice pass into the corner. Another pass from Xwavo to midfield. Shady going up. Jay Cray finds another save, followed by a Mike save. And we have save after save coming out from Carmichael's. That's certainly what kept him in that last one before they were able to score that goal in overtime. Shady nearly sniping that one in. Jordan fires another shot. John somehow gets a save. This Carmichael stone wall is insane.
Yeah, and what a save that was. They keep building up the bricks to make this stone wall possible, and you just talk about the glue to the car, just keeping it alive. 4 shots, all of them have been saved by the Carmichael side. Of course, only a minute 30 into this one. That defense definitely feeling good, but how's their offense feeling? Mike's 5, looking for a touch off the backboard. Still has 40 boost to work with. Maybe looking for the back pass to the teammate. John's looking for the crossing pass. Xwavo sends it high and wide for Jordan to clean up.
And the ball will float around midfield. Mike looking for another opportunity. The pass into the corner. Xwavo read that one, though. Will settle. A chip to the side here. No defenders to beat. We see Mike in the background trying to get there in time. Xwavo looking for the double tap. Can't quite get it, but Shady from the side somehow sneaks it in on some shady business.
Yeah, Xwavo was looking for the pass the entire time and just could not get back. Jay Craig couldn't towards that ball. So California, they don't got to wait till overtime to score this time. They're going to be able to find their first goal around the 2-minute into this one marker. So 3 minutes left for Carmichael's to try and find that response.
Oh, Jordan attacking the net. A bit of a double commit that doesn't haunt Carmichael's here, but Shady across the wall. There's Xwavo in the backfield. A big booming clear over to Jordan, threading the needle. Nearly gets it. Jay Cray another save. And just as good as California's passing and offensive is, Carmichael's defense is equally as good. Fires one of their own, and they nearly get it. Llama, we have hit the halfway point of game number 3.
Halfway in, only the 1 goal to show for it, but you really did say it. It's the defense here from this Carmichael squad, the rotations, you can tell, the trust in all of these 3 players in each other is just absolutely there. So this is super good because that means they can get towards the other side, they can get these counterattacks and hopefully find the goals, because eventually you cannot rely 100% on that defense. 6 of those saves have been made, but they're going to need some shots and some goals if they want to contest this game.
Oh no, oh no, and Jay Cray from downtown, he says, I can do it on defense, I can do it on offense, and they will find the equalizer just under the 2-minute mark.
Under the 2-minute marker here, a goal is big from Carmichael's, but at the same time, I feel like hot sauce, there's a little bit of frustration from this California side that they have 7 shots in this game. They only have the 1 goal. They've been playing really well, but how does that not go in? Like, shots in plays like that, I feel like you get a little bit frustrated after a while after the defense holds you for so long.
Yeah, the defense is really just stacking 2 and 3 bodies right in front of that net. I would love to see whoever creates that first pass play to get in there and find that demo or find that bump on some of these people just resting in the net here like that. Because we see these shot after shot, but again, they have 2 and 3 bodies in front of the net. They're able to continuously go up and find those saves. So I think a little bump or a little demo all up in that net could be exactly what they need.
Bump with the tempo, get that player out of the way, or just, be able to find the back of the net to release some of that pressure, because we can start to see it. That goal from Carmichael's was forced because of that overextension of the Carmichael's offense, and the California offense. So really do have to be careful about that. 10 saves now in this game, but still tied up 1-1. These teams really playing their hearts out on the field, and with 60 seconds left, it could be one of these two teams getting to that series point.
Yeah, again, we see California with 2 or 3 shots on the net, but no bumps or demos on any of those 3 goalies resting in front of the net. So again, they need to get in there and get that mix as Shady finds a shot. Jay Cray and John both getting saves on that play. 30 seconds left here in regulation. And we have a third overtime.
I really hope so. I love the Rocket League they are putting down in front of us. Jay Cray is going to get a big booming clear on in. The teammates unfortunately did run into each other, so a little bit slow to get towards this offensive end. 15 seconds left to go. Could be another overtime if this scoreline holds, or we could have a late goal. Maybe, just maybe. California would love that tension off of their back. Would love to see if they could do it here in their own defensive end, is where Xuavo will have to start. Has some boost to work with, maybe looking for a pass, but we go OT again.
Every single game of this series has gone to overtime so far. This is the number 2 seed versus the number 6 seed, I think. And it just goes to show you how close all of these seeds are. All of these teams incredibly talented. Now duking it out in their third overtime. Mike with another save. Shady, it was in front of the net, but the tactical whiff is unfortunate.
Yeah, really unfortunate there. Would have loved to end the overtime very quickly, but you're going to have to play some defense as well. So many shots recorded at 16 shots in this game so far for California. Only the 2 for Carmichael's, but they have made it work. This defense is just holding strong, making those soft touches to get it out of danger. John But Musty is making sure they have a demo as well for a positive player scenario on the other side. That respawn comes through. Xuavo with the defense of the backboard, though.
Yeah, Xuavo at 1 billion miles an hour just everywhere right now. Again, they're trying to make this work. I would love to see some types of bumps or demos near that net for California, though, as Carmichael's has really just kind of coagulated in front of it, making sure they have multiple opportunities to stop this here. And once again, we see it back and forth, the shot after shot, but the defense is there and no bumps coming out from California in the net.
No bumps just yet. I got back on defense and hopefully make that save. Xuavo handling it perfectly here, but popping it up towards Jordan maybe has a chance. It's a double commit up towards that backboard, but you see John not fully committing, making sure they still have that jump available if it does get into danger. Nice little redirect there on towards the backside. Now Shady maybe looking for it, maybe trying to steal away the boost as well, but doesn't get the boost, doesn't get the shot, and another good defensive stop.
Yeah, Xuavo is trying to keep it alive down here, but Mike will power it out. Shady into the corner, has a chance to clear, but kind of gets a little off balance here. Able to kind of correct themselves, though, and carry it on down into the corner of Carmichael's, being bumped around. Shady, a touch off the wall. Xuavo in the distance, but he bumps into Mike, and that will stop that drive once more at midfield. Mike goes up top, looking to carry in. Shady will find the stop of their own, and again, we are now past the 2-minute mark here at overtime number 3.
Yeah, over 2 minutes. Another great save happening back, forth, and center. And I don't know how long this one could go. The Carmichael's defense just seems like it's going to hold strong until they will get that counterattack. Crossbar, the 4th man will deny it this time. Now 2.5 minutes on that clock. John beats 1, beats 2, but unfortunately will get bumped, so lose a little bit of control. Now Jay Cray, the demo comes on to their other player, but not able to hold on to it as again we go back and forth. Jordan with the shot, the save is there from John.
Beautiful save from John and Xuavo, looking for an attempt of their own off the ceiling. A nice shot, and Jay Cray will find the save again. Got by one, couldn't get by the other. Now off the backboard, Jordan looking to find some help, but John has a big clear here. California has to get back in a hurry. We see him setting up on defense. Shady, another booming clear, but John will send him to the wayside for that one.
Love to see the demos this late in the overtime now. Over 3 minutes of extra time we have played. Jordan's going to take another demo off the wall. That pass looks good. Jordan, opportunity shot towards the backboard. Secondary there, up towards the height. Exwavo not there in time, though. You can tell both teams focusing on those defensive rotations. Shady tries to put an offensive attack on in, but this one, you can feel the tension, Hot Sauce. So much is on the line.
So much is on the line. Both of these teams wanting to go up into that driver point, point being at series point as well. So again, both of these teams just really wanting to win this game, and obviously it's going to make it a little bit more comfortable for you as Mike S does the unthinkable, and California is now down by 1 in the series.
It's always these counterattacks. It's always these just slight mistakes from California, and you see it. It's a good shot, a perfect placement, and Carmichael's now 1 game away from going towards the championship. We talked about it at the start of the series, Hot Sauce. Carmichael's, they play this just really nice lockjaw defense, and that's how they upset Winber. That's how they got to this point, and they're looking to upset the number 2 seed as well.
Yeah, 20 shots from California and just 1 goal, excuse me. So, and again, I feel like if they can put somebody in that net, disrupt, because Carmichael's is literally just sitting those 3 cars in front of there, and they're communicating. They're not all 3 going up at the same time. They're doing it in rotation, in turns. So California needs to get somebody in there to bump those goalies around, create a mess, create some confusion, and allow your teammates to find the back of the net.
To allow your teammates to get the job done, and Carmichael's, they could get the job done right here, right now in game number 4. California, it is a must win, or this fall season unfortunately is over for them. Let's see if they can do it with 5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, and I mean, what about Carmichael? Their first season in, and they are playing this well, having a chance, an opportunity to make it to the championship as well. So certainly love to see all these students having a great time out here. Carmichael's looking to close it out here. California needs to win to hang on and send it to game number 5.
Hoping they can find an early goal and be able to hold on, because I would love to see a game number 5. I mean, we've talked time and time again. Not only is this California squad one of the originals, but they're also scoring goals. Vert Jordan will find an opening somehow through this Carmichael's defense. Within the first minute, California are leading.
Yeah, we see the defense trying to get back. I don't think John realized that they were that close, and you kind of saw it in their eyes. All of a sudden, the ball was going toward the net. They tried to boost and get it, but it was just too late. So Jordan coming up big here for California early. Can they hold on to it, though? Carmichael's has just been deadly and consistently playing very well.
That is the truth. They have been playing really good defense. They've been really punishing on that counterattack as well. Again, it's just been those slight California mistakes that they've been able to punish just like that. A double commit. It might force it here. No, it goes to the left post. The shot, the accuracy was there, but just so close, but yet so far. Another demo on the backside from Exwavo as California gets out of the danger zone.
Uh-oh, but maybe back in it as Jay Cray comes from midfield off the crossbar. What a play from Jay Cray. This man doing it all day.
Exwavo kind of getting some traffic with Shady there towards that right post. And talk about Jay Cray, not only just absolutely defensive minded, has had some crazy 5+ save games, but that shot and goal is crazy as well. The control is 100% there. The goal is there. Jordan is there on the other side, but we're back to a tied up game like usual.
All tied up. Both of these teams have been playing their hearts out, and it has been so much fun to watch. 3:20 here as Carmichael's looks to close this out. California, as we mentioned, not ready to be done. Jordan already had an early goal here. Up again, looking to make something happen. The double commit from Carmichael's. One in the net. That's Jay Cray. A nice pass across midfield. Exwavo unable to get there in time, and Carmichael's looks to carry it out.
Carry it out with this counter attack that we have seen that has been so prominent, but Exuavo is going to go for that 50-50 contest. I feel like maybe getting more aggressive could be the answer, but you have to be careful. Again, no more games to spare. Carmichael's would end it off right here. Double commit up there. Shady and Exuavo facing a little bit of traffic up in the air again as well. Shady will control this one with lots of boost back towards the midfield, but J-Cray is waiting there as usual.
And now at that halfway point, a nice shot from Exuavo. Way to carry this on. What a pass. The give and go here from Jordan to Exuavo. And just a nice little touch there just to put it right in the net. Up by one. Just 1 second over that halfway point.
Yeah, so close to that halfway marker, and I really did love what Jordan did there. They get up in the face, they contest the 50 marker, and Exuavo off the kickoff shows they are the X factor on this team. Beautiful shot from the air, and California with a 2-goal lead.
The way Exuavo did that as well, I mean, that was off of a kickoff. You really have milliseconds to make that decision. Went up, got it, got the goal, and continued on. Now a 2-point lead. But, you know, they're not out of it yet. Carmichael's has been playing so well as a team. But it does speak volumes, right? California has had trouble scoring these last 2 games. They've maybe finally cracked that code, but J-Cray comes in with one of his own.
Who other than J-Cray to crack it once again. Beautiful again shot, just slips it over the first defender, under the second, and makes the goal lead only one. California has to be so careful because although, yes, they've been scoring, they're tied up in shots, and it's going to be another goal. Mike's 5 ties up the game.
They said you can score 2 goals in 15 seconds. Well, guess what? We can too. From J-Cray to Mike S, the crew coming through. That's what they do. All tied up at 3. The equalizer is upon us. And, I would not be disappointed with 5 game overtime.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't. It would be fun to see all this extra Rocket League with, again, so much stake on the line. Again, that battle for the championship trophy in person at St. Francis University. But for Mike's 5, another shot right off the kickoff. Again, I feel like for the first time in this series, Carmichael's leading California in the shot category. They've really found their offensive identity, and they are playing 100% into it.
Yeah, we see some big demos coming out as well. Exuavo will find nearly a goal, but it's Mike who does get the save here on the back pedal, looking to find the clear. And you're right, California has really quickened the pace. They have a lot of pressure coming toward them here. Mike will find a demo of his own as Jordan gets the save. And yeah, both of these teams are just seeming much more aggressive here in game number 4.
Really does seem that way. Demos, bumps, everything, the passing attempts are all there, but the question is, will this game stay tied, or will Jordan be able to put one on in? That is the question at the end of the day. Will California be able to answer these 2 goals that Carmichael's have put in back-to-back to kind of chop into this lead with only 1 minute left in regulation? It makes it that much more tense. Shady tries to bully their way through, but teammates aren't there in time.
The fact that Shady got over 2 of those defenders, I mean, my mouth was wide open right there. I thought Shady was about to do something crazy. Exuavo now coming down to take matters into his own hands. Mike will find the stop. JK around the horn. Shady up top here. We'll keep it alive for California as J-Cray goes into the corner, needs to find the clear. Just 35 seconds on the clock, and we very well could have our 4th overtime, but Exuavo says maybe he's got other plans.
Hat trick for Exuavo, 30 seconds left, and the finder of the goal might have just forced game 5, might have saved themselves from a 4th overtime here in this series, but got to remember, Carmichael's at every single moment has those scoring threats. 30 seconds left to go as this one builds on up. Exuavo's going to try and play the time game, maybe play some possession as well. Jordan, a good little clear. J-Cray meeting it at half court with some boost to work with. Has to pick up some of those smaller set of boosts, not that 100. Exuavo bouncing on in. Exuavo's got an open net. The defense falls apart at the end. The demo as well, and California thinks they're going to game 5.
Yeah, I think Carmichael's just feeling the pressure and knowing there's no time left, so everybody cheating forward, wanting to get that goal. And those are things that just happen. You got to take that risk if you want the reward. Exuavo comes over the top and punishes him for that. Up by 2, most likely should secure the dub here and send this one into game number 5.
number 5. Oh, baby, we've had some overtimes. We've had some amazing plays from both of these two teams, but it is going to come down to 5 minutes of regulation, maybe some overtime time here and there, and one game to decide who is going on to that grand finals.
Yeah, I mean, I think there were more goals scored in this game than all the previous games in this series combined. I mean, we saw some really low-scoring games, some great defenses, but California really stepping it up. Ixuavo able to find 4 goals off of 5 shots, so some quality shooting on top of those 3 nasty saves as well. California keeps the drive alive, heads into our final game number 5. We want to remind everybody the winner of this will go on to that championship at that LAN, I believe, December 16th, Saturday at St. Francis University.
That is going to be very fun. I'm excited for that grand finals. And like we talk about, it always seems to be the California squad that makes their way there. They have to win this next game, though, if they want to be there. Carmichael's, it would speak volumes. First season here, the double upset coming in, I believe, as the 6th seed. It would be absolutely huge for them to win.
Yeah, I mean, they've definitely been upsetting some teams. And it does feel weird, though, because they are the 6th seed, but they were 6-2, right? Between the 1st seed and the 6th seed, only one game separating all of these teams. And it just goes to show you how much talent is out here from all of these schools. So hats off to all the students for a wonderful TEC year thus far. And we hope to keep it moving here. Just 30 seconds off the clock. Could be another low-scoring game here, Lava.
I definitely think so. I mean, I think the last game was a little bit of an outlier, but Ixuavo, after the hat trick in last game, is not done scoring. Takes this one off the perfect pass from Jordan and just pulls in the boost to make the shots.
From heating up to on fire, California and Ixuavo piecing it together now, but it's only one. We know what Carmichael's is capable of. We know how good the defense is as well. So again, they are not out of it just yet. Ixuavo and crew is going to have to play 110% for these next 4 minutes and 10 seconds.
And they are. Play some good defense as well. We've talked about the Carmichael's defense, but California has let some of those shots slip on in, and you can't let that happen late. We know Carmichael's has that in them to try and fight on back, but I'd love to see California step a little bit further forward. I love the passes that Jordan has been putting on for Ixuavo, really setting up, pulling members left and right towards the corner. You talked about how they commit those resources on the defensive end, so if you can maybe shake and bake them a little bit, you can maybe find another one of those goals.
Now we see him trying to knock at the net, and we see Jordan going in for that demo this time. It's kind of what we wanted to see for the last few games, but maybe kind of utilizing that here. Jordan up top, the touch from Ixuavo, and a banger of a shot. The give and the go. Ixuavo lets it go, baby. 2-0. Man, I just love watching these guys play.
Yeah, I really do too. They got some heart to play this game. There is absolutely no daylight between that ball and that crossbar. What a shot placement in the top left corner. And Ixuavo finds themselves a double, looking for the hat trick to possibly solidify California once again in the grand finals of playoffs. They've done it so many times, and Ixuavo across the backboard, a really good dunk, but John, a little bit of that patience makes the save.
Yeah, I don't know if Ixuavo found some kind of hidden power-up out on the field, but he is looking like an absolute juggernaut at the moment here at midfield, trying to find the touch. Shady will keep this drive alive down into the corner of the Carmichael side. A nice touch across midfield here to the net, but John finds the save. Ixuavo, the chip shot, and the hat trick here.
All the hats are out in the field, and it's all for Ixuavo. What a player, denying the pass out. Mike sends it forward and can't get back in time. For a squad that their defense has been so stellar, California has found the angles to work around it, and with about half this game left to play, this could be over quick.
And it takes a big hat to hold all that hair and then big brain plays. Ixuavo coming up big for California here in Game 5, but Carmichael says, don't count us out just yet. A nice pass from Jay Cray over to Mike, John, in great positioning here. And now they're just a little bit closer to tying it up. Llama, 2:38 on the clock is so much time in Rocket League.
It's literally an eternity. So yeah, definitely cannot count Carmichael's out just yet. And I love that pass. We've seen Jake Ray so many times take that ball themselves, go for the flick, but this time gets their teammate in a perfect position with that waterfall. But Ixwavo's going coast to coast, top left corner again for the accuracy. How about 4 goals for this young man?
Absolutely insane. And the team communication, I mean, the pass plays from Jordan really just setting them up perfectly. And it's almost like they don't even have to talk. It's like they've run these plays before in practice, right? They know where each other is going to be. Great positioning, phenomenal pass from Jordan, and even better shot from Ixwavo now. Up by 3, 2:18 on the clock.
Lots of time, though, like we said, for that comeback to happen, but Jordan is going to snipe another one. The clears are just not there on the defensive side this time. Shady with a good pop-up to stall, and Jordan with an extra finish.
Yeah, I mean, this is just unexpected, right? We've seen Carmichael's defense especially be just a stone wall. It's so hard to crack that vault, but California must have the secret code because they have found a way in, and yet again, it looks like Carmichael's nearly got one there as well. Down by 4, though. They're going to have to find a goal here soon if they want to start this comeback.
Double commit on the defensive end. They're going to need a couple of goals here relatively soon if they going to try and get that fight on back. But going back to your point about how it just seems so easy for these California players to, make those passes, it's even more than that. It seems like they're not over communicating as well, where they're not flooding those columns with extra words. They're just saying, okay, I'm going up. The other player's like, okay, I'm going to the side, ready for the pass. They practiced it so many times. The communication is there. Now up by 4. Such a good feeling with a minute 30 left.
Just a minute 30 left on the clock as California continues to string together these pass plays. John will find the save. The defense has been nearly flawless for Carmichael throughout the series. However, this game from California has taken a turn. Here is Shady again knocking at the net. Mike with another beautiful save, but California is just relentless down here on the Carmichael side.
Not even letting it get clear down the other way. They are playing aggressive and making sure they can be the ones to pressure. Under 60 seconds left to go. California can taste that grand finals berth really, really soon, but they got to play some defense down in the back half. Do not want to leave that opening for Carmichael's. Mike's is going to try and put the offense forward. Try and send it towards the teammates, but the clears are good. Another good one for California. Ixwavo with the shot again. The secondary one to pop it up. The waterfall down, and Shady almost with a connector pass.
And that one nearly sneaks in. And, Carmichael has had the driver's seat. They nearly stole this series away from California. They were able to battle back in that last game, and now they come in and put a statement on game number 5 as they once again have to start prepping toward the juggernauts that are Forest Hills. We saw them almost upset them last year. The reverse sweep came back to haunt them. They certainly want a second chance opportunity this year.
Carmichael's will end off their season with a bang. Mike's 5, the one to do it. And again, so much credit towards the counterattack and the offense of this Carmichael squad coming in for their first year, upsetting Windber, taking 2 games off the juggernaut of California. They have to be absolutely proud of themselves.
Yeah, and sending it to 3 overtimes. I mean, this Carmichael's team is going to be incredibly scary next season. The fact that they've done all of this in their first season alone is just absolutely amazing. So hats off to them. Firm handshakes all the way around. A phenomenal regular season, an even better postseason. So congratulations to Carmichael's. But as we often mention, there can only be one winner. California just snaking this one out by the skin of their teeth after being in trouble there, will go on to that championship.
It will go on to the championship, a familiar place for them, like you said, but it always seems like they run into Forest Hills right at the end. Is always that Pigby Ixwavo matchup, and we get to see it again. And I think this year more than ever, it's going to be the closest match. We've always, I feel like, gone to 5 between these two teams. Went to 5 when they played in the regular season, but I think this is going to be a best of 7 for the grand finals, so it's going to be exciting.
I know I am definitely looking forward to being there again. Obviously, it's always exciting, but when you get to kind of hear it in person and hear the atmosphere and just see the passion that these students and players have, it just takes it to the next level. So again, we're certainly excited for that championship on the 16th. all for us today, Llama, but we've got some more action coming up tomorrow, too.
We got Overwatch tomorrow, which I believe will also be the semifinals, and then I think we have middle school first round actually of playoffs because they started a week later than the high school. So we'll get to see some of those middle school players that are maybe moving up to replace some of these high school players that are graduating this season in playoffs. And then the week after that, we'll take pretty much the whole week off. We'll have that I believe second week of middle school playoffs, and then that championship, like you said, is on the 16th.
Yeah, not too far away. Certainly getting very, very excited for that. Unfortunately, that is all for us today, guys. We certainly want to take a moment to thank the production behind the scenes, everybody making this happen kind of flawlessly. And again, you at home watching, the parents, the students, the teachers, everybody showing their support. We certainly greatly, greatly appreciate each and every one of you. We look forward to seeing you at the championship, but we definitely look forward to seeing you here tomorrow, right around 3:15 Eastern on the same channel. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful evening.